What's good, folks? They just dropped the teaser for Tinkatink ComDay, April 11th, 2 to 5 p.m. local time. Yeah, it's going to be a decent one. The shiny looks pretty good there. And obviously it's going to get the ComDay move. I think it's going to be Gigaton Hammer. So that's pretty exciting. I personally don't have the shiny. I imagine some folks do. But it's obviously one of the more recent shinies. And then I think following that, May 9th, we might have Lechonk. That's one where the shiny has been out for a while. But I personally don't have it. So probably a lot of folks do have that one. And then following that, May 19th for the classic one, speculating that's going to be Dino. So that's not a bad one. Hydreigon is pretty cool, in my opinion. Definitely a fan favorite. Shine looks good there as well. So that's pretty exciting. But folks, I do want to talk about the changes that have come about in Pokemon Go now. The dust has kind of settled. And as of this new season, we have had a lot of different Pokemon Go changes. And people are kind of judging and weighing up now if a lot of these changes have been for the best or the worst. Some of them have been pretty good. For example, right now with Shadow Pokemon, it is now the best time to shiny Shadow Hunt. I've just hit level 75. One of the tasks is to get 100 Rocket Grunts done. And so now is the perfect time for me to now hunt some of these new shiny Shadow Pokemon. Because if it's had a shiny release, then it can be Shadow Shiny. So that's a pretty nice update, right? But unfortunately, a lot of these other new introductions or changes or whatever have been for the worst, and people are finding out and people are getting frustrated. For example, even Brandon Tan just dropped a video about it with Max Mondays and Power Spots. So now Max Monday, obviously the focus is on a lot of Power Spots and the Dynamax Pokemon. I think right now it's Phalanx, which isn't too bad. I mean, we've had it quite a lot, haven't we? But at the same time, it is going to get a Mega Evolution. So right now could be a good time to chase the Hundo or the Shundo. You might get lucky, chase that, farm the candies, etc. Not too bad. But then as he discusses in his video, throughout the rest of the week, it's actually quite difficult to find Power Spots, or there's less than there used to be, right? So he was struggling to get his particles done every day, besides obviously Monday, where there's obviously a focus on it. I, for one, haven't even been doing the Dynamax Power Spot Max Battles because I've just been hoarding Max Particles for whenever they drop the next Gigantamax Pokemon, which I believe is Pikachu, right? So I haven't even been doing that. I've just got over like 3,000 Max Particles. They're just sitting there waiting for the next Gigantamax Pokemon. Usually, unless they drop like a new Dynamax Pokemon, I'm not even that excited. I am tempted to do some Phalanxes though, because once again, that is getting a Mega. But let's talk about the biggest change in my opinion, the worst change in my opinion. This one really hurt. And I imagine a lot of folks very frustrated by it as well. They got rid of Spotlight Hour. So, you know, Morlul Spotlight Hour, Fungus Spotlight Hour with the 2 times catch Stardust. Amazing, right? You could rake in the Stardust that day. Nope. No more. It's not happening anymore. They got rid of it. Obviously, the other ones like 2 times transfer candy, very nice as well. I'd often put that one in the calendar as a reminder. Yep, nope, not happening no more. And now it's being replaced with these showcases. But even that's worse now. That's been heavily nerfed. And the timing, I don't even know what's going on with the timing. So it runs from midnight until 11:59 a.m., like noon or whatever. And then for the rest of the day, nothing's going on. No more showcases. I thought, okay, this is a strange one. Unless this changes tomorrow. When this dropped, I was like, what's going on? It's confused a lot of other people as well. Have they got that wrong? Because for the rest of the day, nothing's going on. I thought they would drop another showcase. No, there's no more showcases for the rest of that day. And so if you're, you know, the average normal player, or if you're a casual player, or if you're working, or you're attending school or whatever, how are you going to enter these showcases? And then for the rest of the day, nothing is going on. And then for the rest of the week, there's no more showcases. You might have seen it with the Score Bunny Community Day. Oftentimes I'd look forward to the community day, and then I'd keep some of the encounters for the time research. And then for this one, for example, I would have done the Score Bunny encounter, and then that would be useful for throwing a Score Bunny or whatever the ComDay Pokemon it is into the showcase, right? Well, no, it's not happening anymore. Or even with the Cinderace, you'd capture that from the time research or the paid time research for that day. And then you could throw that in, because oftentimes it would be the first stage Pokemon, then the third stage Pokemon during these ComDays in showcases. But no, they've got rid of that. And now the items have also been nerfed. A lot of premium items you'd get from showcases, right? Now the items kind of suck. It's useful for Pokeballs, maybe the odd premium item, but there's definitely less premium items there. So what's going on with that, folks? I don't understand. You've got rid of Spotlight Hour, which you know you'd have some amazing Pokemon to capture there. The Morlul, the Fungus, the catch Stardust. You pop a star piece on, you'd have at it. You'd get tons of Stardust. That's not a thing anymore. Now you've got the showcases, but it's at really weird hours. And then for the rest of the day, nothing. And then for the rest of the week, no more. And now the items suck as well. Yeah, make it make sense. Fortunately, Wednesdays are still raid hour. They haven't messed up the Wednesdays. Do you know what I mean? So you still got raid hour that day. That's still good. God forbid they mess up that one or do something with it. Do you know what I mean? Thursdays, you got an emphasis on the Go Battle League now. You can do more sets. Fridays, it's now focused on trading and lucky trades. So that's pretty good. That's not too bad. And then Saturdays are, of course, the event day now. Because Sundays, nothing going on. That's more of a relaxed day now. And I think there's something going on with like laws that day, or I think it's extended law modules or stuff like that. So that's not too bad. That's more of a grindy day. Or you can just choose to opt out. That's a good one for the ambassadors as well, because, you know, something going on the Saturday and the Sunday. A lot of folks were saying it's too much. I think it was. So at least on Sundays now, there's a focus on people being able to have a break if they want, especially the ambassadors, or you can have at it and pop some lore modules. So yeah, overall, some of these new things like the Shadow Shinies or even the evolved form of Pokemon can be shiny now in the wild. Not bad, right? The focus on the event being on Saturday, that's good. Give folks a break on the Sunday. Keep raid hour the same. Good. Nothing bad happened there. Thursday and Friday. Okay. Those are okayish changes or just okayish things. But unfortunately, what's ended up happening is a lot of the things that were really good, they've taken away. Spotlight Hour, it's gone. Which doesn't make sense because as of the new changes, it wouldn't have even clashed with this emphasis on showcases. Showcases. The timing, it's not making sense. The items, they're worse. And even with the points in regard to the Pokemon that you enter, I've heard they've messed up as well. I was reading a Reddit post about that. I'll probably include the link in the description of this video because the person who made the post, they make a lot of good points as to why it's just so much worse now. So it's just not making sense. Some of these changes are not making sense, and it's for the worst. Bring back Spotlight Hour, and please bring back showcases during ComDay. I don't know, was it just me? Maybe I couldn't find them, but I don't think so. I think like literally they've just removed it, and that was really fun. That was really good for entering them, and the rewards, please. Like, what's going on with the rewards? You know, you used to get some decent rewards from these showcases, and even that feels like it's worse now as well. So yeah, Niantic, please, like, no, going forward, at least bring us back Spotlight Hour, especially if it's not even clashing with the showcases. Anyway, that's going to be about it from me. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section, folks. How do you feel about these new season changes? As always, please, everyone, take care. And yeah, I'll catch you all in the next one.